Hey guys, Seb here, Tech41. Today we're going to be completing our project. We've been working with ECD Customs, COBRA Pull Cord. We've been working with CFR bars in order to get this awesome 2018 free ride done. So we're going to go ahead and show you exactly what steps need to be taken in order to install one of the COBRA Pull Cords if you are working on a Gen 4 chassis. First things first, you're going to want to remove your side panel, which has already been done. And if you have an exhaust, you're going to have an exhaust, but if you have a stock silencer, you're probably going to have to take off the hood partition of it. We've been working on with a MBRP trail can, so we were able to get the can off without removing additional plastics. Once that's done, 4 Torx 30 screws will be securing the recoil housing in place, so you will be able to access that through this hole, through the tiny hole that's back here, and through this opening that's right here. Once that's done, you're going to want to cut your existing pull cord off and make sure you tie a little knot in order to prevent your cord from rewinding all the way in the recoil. Once that's done, you're going to take your recoil apart. Okay, this is a step that's pretty crucial. You're going to want to make sure that you're careful because that spring is going to come out of there at a pretty serious rate. So you're going to want to take it out, rewind it back in there, and take off your existing cord from the spool, and then we're going to go ahead and replace it with the COBRA pull cord itself, and eventually adding onto the handle. Alright, so now that we have the winding back in together, we put the spool back in. We've looped the rope around the spool until there's no more touching the end. You want to make sure that you tie a good knot in here, and you want to make sure that there's no excess rope sticking out to get hung up on. So once that's all done, you'll put it back in. You want to we wound the spring about 3 times before actually tying it out here. That way it gives us a good preload, and you're not going to have a little dead end there. So you're going to make sure that that rope is actually going to go all the way in to the recoil housing after you pull it. Alright guys, so the recoil is back in there. You can see there's one Torx T30 up here. There's another one down here. There's one through this hole, and then you can see the other one through this hole right up here. So what I encourage you guys to do is actually route your cord right up to your housing up here before securing that in place. That'll actually allow you to maneuver the cord around and make sure you route it properly. And do make sure you route it properly, because you don't want to be rubbing on any one of these hoses or electrical wires. So you're going to be running into issues if you don't do that properly. So next up, we're going to put the exhaust back on. We're going to put the panel back on, and we're going to finish up by putting the handle back onto its rope. Alright, so the exhaust is back on. The 2 exhaust springs are back in place, and there's also a spring-loaded fastener back here. Let me turn the light on. There you go, spring-loaded fastener there. Make sure that the locating pin down there is at the proper place, and also make sure that you secure your pipe sensor. Once that's done, the rope will have already been passed through and routed right up to the housing. You will want to tie a solid knot onto your COBRA pull cord handle, and that way there you'll be good to go. Alright guys, so that's a wrap on the COBRA pull cord rope and handle install on a Gen 4 chassis. Now you guys seen how simple it is. If you're mechanically inclined even just a little bit, you guys should have no problem doing this whatsoever. If you guys are in the market for a good rope and a good handle, hit up the guys at COBRA pull cord. They'll hook you up with their best product. You guys seen how simple that was, so anyone here can do it. If you have any questions, just post them down below, and I'll be glad to answer them for you. So for the rest of the sled, I'm going to let the folks at ECD Customs, Martin and Eric, they're going to be the ones unveiling the sled. We're very proud to be we're very proud to be a part of it. Project like this, it's always hey buddy. It's always fun to be part of cool projects, especially with cool people. So stay tuned, guys. And be on the lookout for more videos. Thanks, guys.